everybody? Welcome to another episode of Coffee with DaVon Nelson. Of course, I'm your host, DaVon Nelson. Listen, I'm getting ready to share with you some revelatory information. You know, it's been on my heart for a while, but I'm not going to lie to you. I'm being transparent. Been afraid to share it because I know it's going to stir the pot. And, you know, if you read my posts sometimes, my posts on Facebook stir the pot, but I'm getting ready to share, in the hopes of helping you realize how much power you have on the inside of you. You know, I'm not trying to create no debate, who wrong, who right. I'm not trying to do none of that. What I'm trying to do is help you realize how much power you have on the inside of yourself. Because a lot of times we tend to go through life and we be searching for this, searching for that, and we try to, find our identity in most things. And sometimes what happens is we fail to look within and realize how much power Yahweh has really given us. You know, it's not about trying to be perfect or do the right thing all the time. It's about you realizing that life is bigger than yourself and you doing something to leave your mark in this world to impact the next generation. That's what life, to me, in my opinion, that's what life is about. But I'm not going to hold you up. I'm going to get right into this. Now, a lot of times in church, tend to go crazy when certain scriptures are quoted. For instance, Luke 6:38, give and it shall be given unto you, good measure pressed down, shaken together. Probably done heard that scripture before, which, nothing is wrong with that scripture. It's cool, but, that scripture tends to get everybody excited and stuff like that. Another one is Proverbs 10:22. The blessings of the Lord shall make one rich and no sorrow shall be added unto it. Scriptures like that, it's numerous scriptures throughout the Bible that tends to get people, get an emotional response, which nothing is wrong with that. Everybody has a freedom to express themselves. But what I've come to notice sometimes when you mention scriptures like, for instance, and this is the one that I wanna point out and I wanna highlight, Psalms 82 verse 6. When you tell people like, you are God. People take that and they get offended by that. Like how you say I'm God and God is perfect, I'm not perfect. See, it's in that moment that we show our limited thinking, of human beings. Because see, you can't just read the scripture just for the surface. You gotta read it and understand the revelation behind it. Because Psalms 82 verse 6 says that, and I'm paraphrasing, I said that you are God's. You are all sons of the Most High. That's what the scripture said, Psalms 82 verse 6. Now, when you go and you turn over to Genesis 1, verses 26 to 28, and it says, in the King James Version, it says, and God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness. Now, when he mentioned man in Genesis, it's talking about as far as species, like not gender. You know what I'm saying? So when you see that, it's not talking about gender basis. It's talking about a species or a group, in a whole. So it's like mankind. So taking that and tying it in with Psalms 82 verse 6, see, we are created in the image of God. Now, what you got to understand is, let me break it down like this. A dog will only give birth to a dog. You will never see a dog give birth to a dog that meows like a cat. You'll never see that. So that dog gives birth to that other dog. And the dog that comes from the original has all the same qualities and functions of the original. So therefore, if I am created in the image of God, then that means I have the same functions as God. I'm just in human flesh. And not to get too deep, but with God and Yahweh being spirit, he has to encapsulate within our human flesh, because our bodies are nothing more than just a vessel. So he has to come into our bodies in order to operate within this world, because he has certain guidelines that was put in place. I'm not going to go into all of that, but what I want to highlight is the next time you look in the mirror realize that you are looking in the eyes of God. God is inside of you, therefore you have the same functions. You have the same creative ability. You have ability to create. If you don't believe me, read Deuteronomy 8:18, where it says that he has given us the power to create wealth. We got the ability to create wealth. The only thing that Yahweh asks for us is when the wealth is created, don't forget him. That's the only thing he asks. Don't think that you did it by yourself. You did it because of the God that's in you. You didn't do nothing by yourself. You didn't create yourself by yourself. If you could do that, if you could create yourself by yourself, power to you. But we didn't create ourselves by ourselves. We came from the Creator. That means we have the same functions. Think about this. If you have kids, right? When you go to look at your kids, you notice sometimes your kids do similar things that you do. They don't do nothing outside of the norm of what you've already done. All they are is just a reflection of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's how it is with Yahweh. When you look at me, you see Yahweh. When I look at you, I see Yahweh. And that's how it should be. Because we take the spotlight off ourselves. You know, Yeshua said in the word, if you have seen me, you have seen the Father. Why would he say that? What form was Yeshua in when he said that? He was in human form. Don't think just because, you know, Yeshua lived a perfect life that you have to live a perfect life to even proclaim that. But it's in your confession when you confess that, you know what, I am in the likeness of God. I have the ability to do what Yahweh did. Yahweh created man. I have the ability to create a child, hence my son, hence my kids. I have the ability to create. You have the ability to create. Whether you create a family, whether you create a business, whatever it is, you have the ability to create, just like Yahweh did. So I want you to really think about this message. To know God is to know self. When you know yourself, you have just got in contact with God. Stop thinking that God is just sitting out here somewhere. Nah, it's right here. It's already on the inside of you. You just got to take time to look within and realize that you are God.